In the dense forest, the king's vibrant attire flashes amid the muted greens and browns as he leads his hunting party. As the sun lowers, the king realizes, with growing alarm, that he is alone, swallowed by the forest's deepening shadows. Lost and exhausted, the king comes across a humble farmhouse, a beacon of light in the darkness. The farmer opens the door, his eyes widening in surprise at the sight of the king in his royal attire. In the heart of the farmer's humble home, the farmer and his wife extend a gracious welcome to the king. They present him with simple yet heartfelt gifts: food, a warm resting place, and fresh milk, a stark contrast to the king's accustomed luxuries. The king, tasting the fresh milk, is taken aback by its superior quality, a subtle discomfort stirring within him. The scene underscores the farmer's open-heartedness and the king's growing awareness of his own detached and privileged existence. Inside the opulent palace, the king paces across the marble floor, sunlight illuminating his troubled thoughts. Summoning his milkmaids, the king demands, "Explain yourselves. Why is the milk from my own cows so inferior to that of a simple farmer?" The milkmaids reveal the secret. "Your Majesty, the farmer's cows are treated with utmost care. They are allowed to graze freely in the pastures, and their needs are always put first." "Indeed, Your Majesty, our cows, while provided for, do not experience the same freedom and gentle care." A pang of guilt strikes the king's heart. He pauses, his gaze softening as he contemplates the simple wisdom in their words. The king, now in simple clothes, smiles warmly as he returns to the farmer's home. He reveals his true identity. "I am the king. I am deeply grateful for your kindness." He promises, "I reward you and your wife with riches, and promise to treat my own people and animals with the same respect and care I witnessed in your home." Deep within the ancient forest, the king strides confidently, his regal attire a stark contrast to the wild surroundings. As the sun descends, the king finds himself isolated, the sounds of his hunting party fading into an unsettling silence. Under the cloak of night, the king stumbles upon a humble farm, his weariness palpable against the backdrop of the vast fields. A lone farmer toils under the dim glow of a lantern, his weathered face reflecting a life of hard work and simple kindness. Despite recognizing the king, the farmer's simple courtesy shines as he offers food and shelter, a stark contrast to the king's initial demand. Inside the farmer's modest cottage, the king observes the farmer's humble life under the dim glow of an oil lamp. The farmer gestures towards the table. "Please, Your Majesty, join me. It's not much, but it's honest fare." The king accepts the invitation with a polite nod. "Thank you. Tell me, what is it like to live so close to the land?" The farmer responds, "It's a life of hard work, Your Majesty, but it's also a life of simple pleasures. Family, the land, and enough to share. That's wealth enough for me." The king reflects internally, struck by the farmer's contentment. Inner monologue. Contentment. Wisdom. Something I've rarely encountered in my court. The king stands, gratitude lighting his face as he prepares to leave. He looks back at the farmer, a new understanding of true wealth reflected in his eyes. The king departs, carrying with him a profound respect for the common man and a deeper appreciation for genuine happiness. King Theodore, adorned in velvet and gold, affectionately strokes Thunder, a stallion of rippling black muscle. The stallion paws impatiently at the ground, his obsidian coat gleaming under the attentive care of servants. Silas leads Dusty, a plain brown horse, into the yard, the contrast between the two steeds a stark reflection of their master's fortunes. King Theodore gestures grandly, declaring, "Behold, my lords, Thunder, no finer steed graces this earth. His speed is unmatched, his lineage impeccable." A wave of anticipation washes over the racetrack as King Theodore, atop Thunder, basks in the roaring adoration of the crowd. Silas, mounted on Dusty, remains calm, his focused gaze dissecting every inch of the track. The starting signal fires, unleashing a torrent of raw power as Thunder explodes into the lead, while Silas bides his time, conserving Dusty's energy. The king's triumphant laughter echoes across the field, but Silas remains unperturbed, quietly executing his meticulously crafted strategy. On the rain-soaked track, Thunder falters, his powerful strides losing their edge amidst the mud and storm. Silas sees his chance, his voice rising above the storm as he urges Dusty forward, a beacon in the chaos. Dusty surges ahead, his hooves finding purchase where others slip, a dark horse emerging from the shadows. The crowd erupts as Dusty closes in on Thunder, the tension a palpable force, a live wire stretched taut. In a dramatic surge, Dusty edges past Thunder, securing a stunning victory. Silas, filled with humble triumph, acknowledges the ecstatic cheers of the crowd. King Theodore, defeated yet humbled, begrudgingly recognizes Silas' unexpected win. King Theodore strolls through his lavish gardens, adorned with fountains and exotic plants. He is surrounded by servants, attending to his every whim. He seems bored and discontented despite his wealth, complaining about the lack of true excitement in his life. Farmer Elijah works diligently in his humble field, tilling the soil and planting seeds. He is content with his simple life, finding joy in the hard work and the beauty of nature. He pauses to wipe his brow, admiring the vast, open sky and the promise of a bountiful harvest. Both King Theodore and Farmer Elijah separately stumble upon a hidden grove containing a magnificent, glowing tree. The tree radiates a mystical energy, and its leaves shimmer with an otherworldly light. The king is immediately drawn to its potential for power and riches, while the farmer is awestruck by its natural beauty and the promise of abundance. King Theodore, having claimed the tree, uses its magic to amass even more wealth and power, neglecting his kingdom and becoming increasingly tyrannical. Farmer Elijah, witnessing the king's abuse of the tree's magic, confronts him, arguing that the tree's power should be used for the benefit of all, not just one man. A heated argument ensues, escalating into a magical conflict. During the conflict, the magic tree reacts to the discord, its light dimming and its leaves beginning to wither. Both the king and the farmer realize the error of their ways, understanding that the tree's magic is dependent on harmony and respect for nature. They reconcile, promising to use the tree's gifts wisely and for the good of the kingdom. The tree's light returns, brighter than before, symbolizing their newfound understanding.